So today we talk about the making of the horn that goes on top of this monitor speaker, and there's quite a bit of things involved. So let's look at a picture here. So you see them left and right. The white things that are on the top is called the horns, and they are used to for the high frequencies of the sound. And here's a curve I drew, the blue one. It's kind of my gut feel curve is what I called it, what I thought a horn should look like, very wide and like condensed. Yeah, and then I found kind of the shortest horn calculation or formula possible to my knowledge, which is the Tractrix formula. And I had it plotted here with these dots. I built a little script where I can put in the radius of the horn and stuff like that. And you kind of see how it's quite different than some of the horns you see in the market where they are like very flat. And so here we extend that shape. This is kind of wrong, so I think we need to flip the axis. And so this gives you kind of this horn where if you remove the degrees, that it's not 360, you can obviously input some other numbers. So you kind of have a more modular horn. This is what I tried earlier in an experiment, which is kind of nice too. But for now, let's go with the 360 horn. And and then once this is made, we use 3D printing for that. Then it will look a little bit like what we see in a minute. But what you also see here is the holes in the back. They are there to tune the sound, but have some sort of side effect to it for mechanical installation, which we'll touch on in a minute. I think in this video, I want to mostly focus on how it's made. We'll talk about the sound impacts in another video. So this is the stand the horn will be mounted on. We need to sand it a little bit. You see me here grinding, screwing in the horn mount into the tweeter, which you see here looks already good with soldered wires in the back. This is kind of what will be the back of the horn. And now we need to sand a little bit the horn throat, so it's airtight, sitting on this stand, and kind of use a power drill to do that. Probably not the best idea, but it's kind of was fastest. And vacuum useful. And here you see that also the second benefit of these tuning holes is that I can screw through them and mount that horn to the driver and to the stand. This is kind of what it looks like from the front. You see the driver throat coming through it. Now we need to make some wires. I usually strip them like a little bit, with a little force, and then twist them sort of 45 or 90 degrees, so it gets off easier. Solder them to what we call an L pad. A pad is a way to regulate the sound between the main driver and the horn. So with this, simply said, you can turn up and down the horn, or technically you just turn it down, because a horn is so efficient that it amplifies the highs quite a bit. So you might want a more balanced sound. I love this wrench. This is kind of like, looks like from a Star Wars movie. Kind of like a family heritage story to it. And I found this guitar knob that regulates what it says tone, but like obviously it just regulates the high frequencies in this case, so it doesn't get too much, and that's why we put the tuning holes on the top as well. So this is kind of like a test mount with a little weight in the back so it doesn't fall over. And here's like almost mounted, and here's my cats playing around with it, and it looks kind of nice on the console already. So this is another horn I tried with a modular approach, where it's, I think, what is it, 60-degree modules. Yeah, I might pick that up at one point.